I think change is the main factor of knowing if we are on the right track or not.
The media industry is perhaps witnessing the biggest disruption. How are you preparing Dubai Media City to adapt?
Well, I think there are so many different things that we're doing over the years, but I think it's very important that we understand that there is a lot of change that has happened over the years, which actually prepped us very well towards being where we are today. The media industry is a very volatile industry with the change in technology, with the integration of technology, with the emergence of new ideas and new ways of approaching your customers over the years. I think this has resulted in making the industry a more volatile but more aggressive development that has happened over the years. Over the years, Dubai Media City has changed and shifted towards more of the new media industries that are there. Not to forget that also the other part of the industry, that is basically the traditional media to say, has also started to change and started to adapt to these new technologies. As Media City, we started changing policies, we started changing the laws, we started changing the infrastructure that we have today to meet these requirements. You've noticed that over the years we've started to have Dubai Media City, and then we started having Dubai Studio City, and then Production City, and so on and so forth. And this was a result of a lot of the deliberation with the industry that we are working with, and seeing what else could be done for them to be able to operate at their optimal levels.
Which policies have been instrumental in fostering innovation at Dubai Media City?
Well, there are many policies that have been very instrumental. I think the major policy that has been instrumental over the last year was the issuance of different kinds of residential permits that helped a lot of companies or helped a lot of individuals. Let's say individual at the first level, where a lot of people were given the golden visa approach or the golden visa product that is given to a lot of entrepreneurs and leaders within businesses, which result in them actually staying for longer and seeing this as a boost to their businesses because of stability and for a long-term stability. Other than that, I think over the years we've initiated freelance visas that helped a lot of people, especially during COVID, where a lot of people might have lost their jobs, but were able to maintain their presence through these vehicles. And in fact, this resulted in them getting more businesses and them taking a very big step towards their own businesses coming up, which hopefully after the pandemic and during this last period has resulted in them taking on more full-fledged businesses, opening full-fledged businesses instead of their initial first step freelance licenses.
How are you ensuring that DMC ecosystem favors even the smallest player or freelancer?
Well, the ecosystem is built on small and medium companies. We have a lot of companies that fit within this category, as well as the fact that we are on an ongoing change process, adding more services towards freelancers or small and medium, opening up and establishing entrepreneurial hubs such as M5 Media in this case, which is a major player in supporting small and startups and basically entrepreneurs to get into their own businesses. These businesses have shifted quite a bit. So when we were earlier talking about the technology part of the equation, where media in technology, but now we are talking not only on that part of the business, we are also talking about media content creation, which is another important factor that we believe has huge potential for growth over the next few years, due to the thirst of people who require a lot more content, and this content would be able to fuel a lot of the stories that we have here towards the world. So earlier we were more inward looking. Now I think we are looking at the global market, and with the new strategies and the new policies that the UAE government has set up towards the world, I think there is a lot more stories that need to be sent out to the world, talking about the successes and talking about the good opportunities that are available in the UAE and Dubai, to be specific, for the world and for so many people to take advantage of going forward.
What can OTT players do to encourage local content creators?
I think today we believe in one very important thing. Today, the industry will not grow without all players working hand in hand in making sure this content is presented. Today, local content creators, what do they require? They require a place to distribute their content. They require a place to show this content. And what do OTT require, platforms require? They require a lot more content, because the more content they have on their platform, the better their customer base would be. So Ahna today, I think one of the important things is that we require a lot of these companies, although they are doing that, nevertheless, we are a little bit greedy and we want more to happen on the ground. I think this requires that a lot of these OTT players, whether they are international and coming to the region just recently, or they have been here, or homegrown OTTs, I think they require to invest into a lot of the content that is there on the ground.
What's the best piece of advice you have ever received?
Well, I think this is a very tricky question to a point. What's the best advice? I think I received a lot of good advice over the years. But I think one that resonates a lot with me is that change is an imminent factor that we need to always focus on. I think change is the main factor of knowing if we are on the right track or not.